What's up, y'all? So it looks like some Puerto Ricans have finally woken up to Trump and his madness, which is actually pretty sad because Trump has always hated Puerto Rico. I mean, and it shouldn't have took a racist, weird joke calling the island of Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage or whatever this clown mentioned. But Trump has always, for the last 7, 8 years, has always had an issue with Puerto Rico. I mean, if you guys remember, Puerto Rico was hit with not one but two hurricanes in 2017, and Trump blocked aid to the island. And when aid was eventually even approved, when I say blocked, I don't mean for weeks or months. I mean Trump blocked aid to the island for years, and feuded with those who were running the island. And when it was finally approved a couple of years after the hurricanes that wrecked the island. It was approved maybe 6 days after a terrible earthquake had rocked the island also. But like I said, the aid was approved with so many stipulations and regulations and this and that some of the money has just never even flowed back to the island. So for Puerto Ricans to be outraged, a lot of them should be outraged that Trump has continued to have this attitude. His campaign and the people that follow him have continued to have this attitude towards Puerto Rico, towards the island, towards Puerto Ricans. What's even more kind of baffling and sad is that the Democrats, I don't feel as though had the right message up to date on why Puerto Ricans should not vote for Trump and why they should vote for Harris. Ironically, during the rally at Madison Square Garden, during the rally, Kamala Harris was actually meeting with Puerto Rican voters at a restaurant and had released her plan, to help not only Puerto Rican Americans living in the mainland of the U.S., but also those living on the island. So she's talking about ways to improve the lives of Puerto Ricans, to improve the island. And folks on Trump's rally is calling the island a floating pile of garbage. It's very stark differences in how the campaign is engaging with voters. Another thing that I thought was just kind of like odd, and I think people just have a very short-term memory, is the time where Trump attempted, or not even attempted, Trump mentioned or implied that we could, as United States, trade, either sell Puerto Rico. He floated that idea out there that he could, that we could possibly like sell Puerto Rico, but also he floated the idea that maybe we could trade Puerto Rico for Greenland, of all places. Which no disrespect to Greenland, but people that live in Puerto Rico are American citizens, American territory, so they are American citizens. But he floated the idea that we could possibly trade Puerto Rico for Greenland. I'm sure you all can just imagine the reasons why. But Trump said that he thinks that the island is dirty and crap. That's the reason why. He even floated or even thought about or even mentioned it out loud that maybe we could possibly sell the island, or maybe we could possibly trade the island, trade Puerto Rico for Greenland. Like, you're handling your fantasy football or something like that. Like, you're like, these people are just commodities to just be discarded or traded just at your whim. Those things appear to have just been forgotten. And when I thought about the support that a lot of Puerto Ricans have given towards Trump, these are the things that I first thought of. Like Trump has just constantly had horrible things to say about the island, horrible things to say about the people there, the people that govern the island, the people that are attempting to make the island better, even during their worst moments of disaster, of hurricanes, of earthquakes, that Trump is still like double down on his attitude towards the towards the territory of Puerto Rico. One of the things that I've asked and I've talked to some people about this is, why is that? Why would, after Trump has been just so disrespectful to Puerto Rico and disrespectful to Puerto Ricans, why would these folks continue to support Donald Trump? And one thing that was mentioned from a Puerto Rican friend of mine is that a lot of Puerto Ricans, they close ranks around this perceived whiteness that they may have. I mean, they are of a tone that can blend in and pass for white. So this friend of mine, they think that is a reason why, that they close ranks around their whiteness before they close ranks around their their being people of color or just being Puerto Rican. So that is something that is not unusual, just because of the effects of American colonialism and racism and patriarch system that we have, that would have a group of people that would think that they are closer to that white supremacist model than they actually are. And a situation like this rally is a reminder that although we are, all of us are of mixed heritage, all of us are folks who have been affected by white supremacy, that when it, in the minds of those folks who are racist, those folks who do not accept black and brown people, that these are the moments that that show up. And these are the moments that we have to remember that there weren't wholesale jokes about white people in this just in this rally. There wasn't. However, there were wholesale jokes about minorities, about Palestinians, about different groups that are either marginalized or just groups that don't really have the ability to voice their opinions, or the ability to counter some of these narratives. But the fact that these things are openly said, these things are openly stated, it definitely saddens me that there are so many people, black and brown people, that are navigating towards the Republican Party. Some of it is, like I said, I think some of it is bad messaging from the Democrats. I mean, I think the Democrats need to remind people that what is at stake, but also what do we already know? People talk about Trump. They talk about 4 years under Trump, and they have this kind of romanticized notion of how the country was, as opposed to how the country actually how the country actually functioned while Trump was here. I think people have forgotten just how disruptive, how chaotic, how racist, how sexist, how rude, how disrespectful that Trump was, and that Trump created a platform for other people to follow suit. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that. Hopefully, in this election, people vote with their with their conscience. They vote for the party and for the person who best represents their morals, their ethics, their values, and is a person that is attempting to try to answer your needs, attempt to try to appeal to your group and try to make things better, not make things worse. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.